What do you call a fantasy about plumbers? A pipe dream? What's going on, YouTube? It's the weekend, which means we're inside the Hollow City, inside the Cold Harbor, to go over our first of two vendors. We start off with Nedic Items, which is a pretty unique kind of Craglorn theme-esque this weekend, which I think is okay. I think overall, though, it's not as exciting as the normal ones, and I think people are probably not going to be super interested in this week's. The reasons that people usually are interested in these is because they either want to A, resell the items or put them in their own homes, and a lot of these items really aren't going to fit the bill for either of those things. But I will say, though, if I had to pick one thing, it's definitely whatever technically this is. And now we are inside of Cyrodiil to go over our second golden vendor. So what we have this week is a good mixture of items. Let's talk about them. We start off with Dragon Guard Elite. Basically, when you deal damage to an enemy that's in front of you, you gain extra crit chance. It's one of those sets that's okay. You can deal damage to the front or their sides. Unfortunately, this is one of those sets, you could probably guess where it's from based on its name. It's from elsewhere. And it really loses out to a lot of more recent sets, unfortunately. It's one of those things where if you're going to be building up stacks, you really want it to do a little bit more, and its 2, 3, and 4 don't complement it very perfectly. It's overall a B- set, not something you want to invest in. Next up, from Falk Wreathhold, one of the best sets in the game, in my opinion, which is Iron Blood. When you take damage, you have a 10% chance to turn your blood into pure iron for 10 seconds. You gain major protection, Aegis, and minor protection, and you only have a negative movement speed debuff to go along with it. So as you can imagine, there's whole sweeping utilizations for this, and overall, it's one of the most common sets that you used to see in all sorts of types of scenarios. I've even seen people recommend this for running your two-man type content inside of the Endless Archive. I've seen people recommend this for PvP. I've seen people recommend this for off-tanks. Probably sees more utilization in things such as PvP and type of those solo/duo type content, because the mitigation is wholly important, which is why pretty much everyone and their mom is a vampire. But Iron Blood overall is a really good set that I can suggest that you can get it if you're interested in those types of content. Next up is a controversial pick, and that is Surgeon's Mail. And I actually am a fan of sets like these, but I don't personally generally recommend them because they get nerfed and changed every so often. For those of you who don't know, heavy attacking, light attacking is a pretty common way to build characters, and this is a set that is commonly used in that kind of building, character creation type theorizing as to what could be good. It's very new user friendly. The only problem with using sets such as the Surgeon set is that you're really running the risk of it being nerfed or changed really drastically, as ZeniMax really cracks down sometimes on those heavy and light attack builds and changes them consistently. Ironically, probably not for the reasons that we think. It seems like ZeniMax usually cracks down because they don't want people to feel like they have to light attack and heavy attack weave, and then these sets usually take the brunt of the force, unfortunately. Overall, I would still say, though, it is one of the keystones of an entire meta piece. If you're interested, and if you're interested in looking up heavy attack builds, this could be a set for you to consider. Next up, a set from Greenshade that has been changed 50,000 times. After leaving Sneaker Invisibility, you dodge all incoming attacks within the next 1 second. This can occur every 8 seconds. I know some people that use this in some sort of sleazy type Nightblade, stealth in, stealth out type build. Is it good? I don't necessarily think it's something that you really are going to want to experiment with. I do think that there is definitely a ability to weave this into things, but especially when you're weaving things into an invisibility build, you really want to make sure that your sets are really doing a lot for you. And generally, when you're playing a Nightblade, your goal is to not get hit at all, let alone, come out of stealth, not get hit for 1 second, but then you're vulnerable for another however many seconds. So generally, this is probably not going to see a whole lot of utilization, but that is a way that you could use it. I would give it a C+. Next, we have Mother Sinat. Probably not how you say that at all, but when you're in combat, casting an ability with a cast time or channel ability grants you a damage shield that restores 24/12 damage for 6 seconds. If that shield is broken, you restore almost 1k magicka, and this can occur every 7 seconds. This is a set that is on the cusp of being brokenly good and absolutely terrible, and it's right in the middle of those two things. Why? So, being able to have a free damage shield, especially if you're like a PvP Templar, or even a PvE Templar, and being able to just instantly restore Magicka when your shield gets broken. You're getting yourself a free damage shield, but the problem is this shield just doesn't feel very good. And because of that, this set really doesn't see a whole lot of experimentation. It's on the cusp of being really good because obviously, cast times, channel abilities, Arcanist, Templar, they're busted. But unfortunately, it just doesn't have enough what it needs to. It probably is right also at a C+. And then funny enough, we finish off with Wayrest Sewers with Slime Crawl, and it's the best one-piece PvE set in the game. I'll wrap up. There you go. Buy this. And the reason why is that it is the only one piece to give you 744 crit chance. Every other single one piece gives you less. I don't know why. I don't know why Slime Crawl gives you the most crit chance, but it does. Therefore, it is generally one of the best in slot PvE one piece monster sets. So go out get yourself the best one if you want to, and save yourself having to go waste Undaunted keys. But everyone, let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. We are still doing our 3 giveaway drawings because we are on the road to 20,000 subscribers. So all you have to do to enter is by A, being subscribed, answer the Family Feud question, or we didn't do a Family Feud question on the last video, so if you just comment on the last video, you'll be included. Video was already 17 minutes long, and I was waiting for that comment that's like, Jake, this should have taken you 7 minutes and 59 seconds to do, because if you make it 8 minutes, you get monetized or some shit. I always wait for those comments, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I try not to ramble too much, but I like to give you guys all the information I can. So I didn't put one on that video. I will probably put one on this video, so please don't kill me. And this third thing is a random Amazon gift card we flashed upon the screen. So throughout the month, take a look for that, as I will hide it in one of the videos for you guys to comment and enter it into. So thank you guys so much again for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jake Clips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.
So a fun twist on one of the more popular answer questions is, what is your least favorite alliance? I feel like everyone has a favorite, but what is everyone's least favorite? I think will be a nice, easy question to ask to help build back up some of those points that people have been losing. Because what I'm trying to do is, if you've ever watched Family Feud, a lot of people will have like a mixture of really easy questions and a really hard question. So hopefully this will be one where even if they say any of the alliances, they can get a couple points back. So hope and pray, as long as you guys give reasonable answers, which I'm sure you guys will, because you guys are all reasonable people. And look, check out yesterday's video if you want to see the new ESO in-game event. And shout out to Rambo for sitting here with me, one of my more popular people that stands with me. Thank you. Could be a totally coincidence. And what else do I have to say thank you for? I'll probably do a live stream this weekend also to go over all the theories about the next ESO event for 2024. And yeah, I'll catch you guys there. Bye, guys.